back. The time is now.
You are listening to NUFC Talk Radio,
the voice of the Toon Army. Live daily on the website, on YouTube, and on every online radio directory.
NUFC Talk,
the voice of the Toon Army.
Hello everyone, welcome to NUFC Talk. We are live with the Instant Match Reaction, the show where you can call in and have your say and react to the latest match of Newcastle United. Newcastle wins at home 2-0 against Crystal Palace. We needed that win. Call us now 0191-916-8864. Free of charge if you're in the UK. Call us now so you can have your say, ladies and gents. What a great win. 3 points, of course. That's certainly what we needed. We are, as far as the must-win games, 2 out of 3. The last one is going to be against Leeds, of course. But, I mean, obviously, the Premier League continues. You need to get all the points you can get. But the must-win games were established from the start that they're going to be the one tonight. And, of course, Leeds in Wednesday, I believe it is. We play Leeds away. Is it away? No, we already played them away. So it's at home again. So there you go, ladies and gents. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Call us now, again, 0191-916-8864. Super Chat. Help us reach 10 Super Chats on this show, on this Instant Match Reaction. Get your point across if you don't want to call in front of everyone else's. Super Chat and help the channel grow and fund itself. I appreciate all of you. Become a member. Don't forget to subscribe. All of that jazz. Boki, what'd you make of the game, bro?
It was a slog at times, mate, watching it. It wasn't a great game of football. Neither team really had full control of the game for up to the second half, if you like. But when we scored they were never going to get back into the game. We did well. We got the win. I said halfway through the second half, look, let's just not worry about the performance. Let's just get the result and move on to the next game. And hopefully it builds confidence. And we've got players coming back, so it'll help. Hopefully the run that we all want to go on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm to a point where I don't think I think we're just gonna get as many points as we can and to help set us up for finishing in Europe next season. That's really what the focus should be at this point in time. And we certainly did that tonight. I don't have anything. The performance was actually better than it has been, which is a lot to say, to be fair. But it wasn't the greatest performance, but we got the 3 points, and I think this is the type of performance where you say we got the 3 points and you move on. I don't agree with that mindset. How we play against Burnley or how we've played throughout this whole season, giving up leads and giving up the second half. I don't agree with just saying that because it hides a bigger problem. But tonight, I mean, you got the win. It was destined to be a draw, in my opinion, based on how things were going. And then quickly, boom, boom, 2 goals. But it also, the main thing is that the second half, we didn't fall down as collapse, the better word, as we have been every second half this season. Whether we win, draw, or lose, it seems like that was the pattern. It didn't happen tonight, so that's a positive. We'll see if we can continue to do that. And I hope that everyone realized that we never had a center forward problem or a proper center forward problem. Wissa was on today for the majority of the game. It was the same old, not much of anything, because it wasn't a Wissa problem or a Voltemata problem. It's a team problem. The team doesn't function as a team, therefore we don't create. We don't play good as a team. Today we were much better, but it's not a Wissa. Wissa wasn't going to magically fix anything. I hope that people are already starting to realize that. So it is what it is. And if he wants to play Wissa, he wants to play Wissa. Whatever. To be honest, I don't have energy. I don't have the energy to talk about Eddie Howe and to the culties. I don't have the energy for that. But I hope that we are starting to realize that it's we have a form problem. But today was good. It was good to get the result and was much better than it has been. So it is what it is. We got the 3 points and right now sitting ninth in the Premier League. I thought we were going to go above Sunderland for some reason, but I guess something happened to where we weren't, where we didn't. But there you go. Maybe did they draw?
They played as well and drew 1-1 with Liverpool. So
they got that 1 point.
Yeah. And I think another big plus point from the game, Chris, is the clean sheet as well. We haven't had one for quite a while now, so keeping that was a big plus point as well.
Yeah, it is. I had no emotions when I was watching the game. I had none. I wasn't upset. I wasn't happy. I would just, because to be fair, it's better than it had been. It doesn't mean that it's great, or it doesn't make. I hope it doesn't make anybody say Eddie Howe needs to be our manager now for the next 5 games, for 5 seasons. It doesn't move anything. It doesn't change anything. But we did what we had to do, and it is what it is. The typical performances of old are there. Gordon wasn't good. Started a little bit good, but it came back to be the same old Gordon. But what are we supposed to say? Sit here and say he shouldn't play. We already know that. So, what's the point of keep going around beating a dead horse? It is what it is.
And again,
Barnes looked a lot better coming in.
Yeah, Murphy was awful throughout the game. Really didn't give him much.
Oh, that was criminal, man.
Why he didn't get subbed at all. Again, no substitutions till the 60th minute, but again, we've won the game, so you can't really call him out on it. But, at half time for me, Murphy should have been off and we should have had Barnes on from that point. He was just given with nothing, Murphy. I mean, he put it the free kick in for the free kick, the cross from the free kick for the goal, but as I say, apart from that, very, very little.
Yeah. I never understood that. I mean, but Ilanga must just be that bad that he won't get a. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but again, thinking Ilanga is going to come in, is he going to really change anything? I'm not sure. Super Sam says Lewis Miley stud. Lewis Miley had a good performance. A few players play well. Tonali wasn't good, I don't think. Bruno wasn't good, I don't think. Bruno was a little bit better than Tonali, but again, because I know some people will come out and say, "Well, he scored a goal." What do you mean? That's not his job to score goals. His job is to be a midfielder and to perform and to help the team, to assist, to create plays, to defend, to do a lot of other stuff. And he's just a little bit better than Tonali. But I think I was thinking about that earlier on. I'm thinking maybe that's the problem, that our midfield is not really, haven't been playing great or consistently good at all. If one player has a good game, other two don't, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of never really that midfield that we like to say. Thank you, Sam, by the way. That we like to say, one of the best midfields in the league. This season really haven't been that. Definitely, Joe Linton is not part of that no more. And maybe that's the problem.
I think it's a big problem, Chris. I mean, they're not functioning as a three. They're not working together. But when you last seen them boss a game, I was saying to Gary halfway through the game that the midfield hadn't really been involved. They were getting bypassed, basically. We were heading out to the wingers and they were just getting completely bypassed. And to be honest, sometimes when it did go into them, all they did was lose the ball. Bruno, with this little pirouette he tries to do every time he gets it, he's losing the ball quite a bit doing that. As you say, Tonali Tonali's covering a lot of ground. I think it's the problem. I think maybe it's in regards to this, he's doing too much. Maybe he needs to be told, look, this is you need to do a little bit less. And I know it's stupid saying as a footballer, but also J7. I mean, as you say, J7's his legs have gone. I said in the summer we should have bought someone in to replace J7 rather than bring the bench player in. And I think that's coming home to roost now. I think that is a position that we really need to look to improve in. And I have to say as well,
Go on, sorry.
I've got to say as well, Hall didn't have the best game in defence either. He was okay going
No.
forward, but wasn't great in defence today.
No, he wasn't. He was giving the ball a lot, not making good plays. You know, he would carry the ball and lose it, or he would just run into players. You know, and that's I guess a positive way of looking at it is that, you know, you get two quick goals and really, you know, you don't play great. Again, I think this is the game. This is the type. Looking at this game, how we played is the type of game where I would use the typical happy clapper excuses. The only problem is they use it for everything. We can lose 10-0 and they use those excuses. This is the typical game where I would use the positive, take on the positive note that, look, we played not great, but we won. You know, we played, it wasn't great. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't good, but we managed to get the result. This is the type of game where you say stuff like that, you know, but not like Burnley. You know, Burnley was criminally bad. But, you know, it is what it is. You got the job, but a lot of players are still not finding their footing. I don't know what's going on with Gordon. I don't know what's going on with Tonali. I don't know. And by the way, I'm not putting them all in the same level. You know, I think there are some that just shouldn't play, period, because they haven't been playing good for seasons. Bruno finds a way to be inconsistent a lot of times and makes plays that, you know, just like don't make sense. Like you were talking about, you know, does a little 360 turn and loses the ball, goes down to the ground easy. Murphy, that's unbelievable. I mean, if you actually think, I'm trying to think, you know, because I want to be positive. Who had a great game other than Miley? I mean, take the goalkeeper out because Crystal Palace didn't even. I don't think they made him. I think one save that he had. But who else? Malik Chow.
Yeah.
Chow and Shar. They did.
Shaw was all right, yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't think any of the front players really painted themselves in glory. There was very little.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that's the thing, you know, when it comes to the Wissa thing, Wissa wasn't really fed the ball to be able to. I think one or twice, you know, he had the ball, he didn't execute well, or had the ball around him, but not enough to say, you know, he is the problem. Same thing. I'm saying the same thing that I said when Walter Mata was on. By the way, you know, nothing changes. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So that you know, that's the issue. But the wingers don't help either. You know, as you were saying, Murphy cross balls in, but didn't even do that really that much. You know, it was all over the place. And Gordon obviously not working out. When Barnes came on, it was much better. Much better. He puts himself in dangerous situations. You know, dangerous for the opposition, and which is good. He didn't have a shot on him tonight though. He had a few where he could have shot, and they were a bit weak. And you know, but but he was going to good. Once Walter Mata comes on and later minutes, tries to do whatever he can. You know, it wasn't a pretty game, but again, keep going back to the win should start making this team, or it gives them time to work on things and start making them play better, I guess you could say. I mean,
looking at through sort of the happy clapper eyes of win, in regards to this, what he'll probably come on and say is, look at how many games Aston Villa have won and they haven't been playing very well. And there is a point to that. I mean, I think the old saying in football is, if you don't play well, at least win. So, if you know, we didn't play brilliantly the day, but we got the win. So you've got to say that's now the only second time this season we've done two wins in a row in the Premier League, and we've got a great chance now to carry that on against Leeds. So, yeah, I think it could be the start of a run that everyone's been talking about.
Interesting here, because here we go. The guy here, we're gonna call him F. From now on, all presenters call my man here. Just call him F. Chow, J7, Miley, class. I'm not gonna go on a limb and say J7 was class. I don't even think it's a limb. I think it's just J7 class tonight.
J7 class.
Wait, I mean, I don't know what you're watching there, Mr. F. But J7 class, I mean, I don't know. That's one hell of a take, though. Ian Fleming, thank you. It says Big Joe and Miley were class. There you go. Look at that. Big Joe and Miley were class. Yeah, I don't see that, but hey, to each their own. To each their own. It's one hell of a take, in my opinion. Captain says just said, well, I think it's the same person from earlier. I guess so. I didn't see it, but I don't know. Ramsey comes on and it's supposed to be a change, but I don't know. As I said, man, I'm confused on this team. So I refuse to get angry every 3 days and waste my liver enzymes. So we didn't play as bad or worse than the Burnley game that we have been. We didn't give up the lead, and we didn't even look like we were going to give up the lead. We didn't even sit back against Crystal Palace in the second half. So that's even a happy clapping way of looking at it, really, because that shouldn't happen anyway. So I shouldn't be happy for not giving up leads and all that stuff. But looking at it positively, we didn't do that. We kept on going. You're playing against a Premier League team, so they're going to attack here and there. I'm not gonna be upset over a game like this. Again, this is a typical game where everybody should be happy clapping.
I think it proves a little bit, Chris, as well, that we haven't had any calls in yet. That sort of the happy clappers are probably and the bebbers are all just sitting there thinking the same thing. That sort of we got the points. So
yeah,
I'm quite amazed. None of the happy clappers have called in.
Oh yeah, well, it's the funniest thing, because at least you gotta give it to the bedwetters. They do call in and voice their opinion. The happy clappers, they disappear, man. You got to call in. Call us now, folks. 0191 916 8864. I urge Steve in the chat to call and have his say and talk to me face to face instead of just chatting in there, spouting crap about me. Come on, have the balls to come on and call and at least say it to my face. Come on, right now. 0191 916 8864. Grow some cojones. What you got to do is close your nose, close your mouth, and blow real hard. They might pop out. And call me now, mate. There we go. J7 was classes, Bruno. There you go. Let's go with some comments. Alan Mertry, I predict Miley won't be dropped at all this season. Will be rested, but can't be dropped. That's an intricate situation, if you will, because I think Miley is playing good. I'm going to look at his heat map. I mean, his heat map is going to probably, obviously, lean him towards the right side. But I don't think he is playing right back. He's not doing your right back job. Now, you can say it's been a good run of games now, like 4 or 5 games that he's been playing on that position. And how have we done? We drew 1, we lost 2, we won 2 in the last 5 games. I can't remember, probably 4 or 5 games that he's been playing right back, if I'm not mistaken. That's what comes to mind anyway. And it's been, somewhat of an even, as far as scoring is concerned. I mean, not saying that he has anything to do with us losing or winning or anything like that, but he's been playing good. I don't think he's playing right back. I think he plays midfield and midfield on the right, if you will, which is working out. Maybe Eddie Howe stumbled upon a position that, that he might play Miley. My only concern is, and once again will always be, that we might fall into the Dan Burn hypnosis. And that's my only concern. So as long as we don't do that, and as long as we maintain an objective mind, and Eddie Howe maintains an objective mind and makes the change when he needs to, then I guess I don't care. Ultimately, Livermento's come back. Hall has come back. So what's going to be the solution then? Are we saying that Miley needs to play there on the right?
I don't think we need to try to develop Miley into a right back. He's a good midfielder. I think once he's done with a job there, And I think he's proved that if we ever struggle like we'll have this season with that position again, he can do a job there. But he needs to get back into midfield for his development and get himself, he's a young player who I see is developing. He needs to get back into that position and, for his career to push forward, he needs to play in the right place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's going to be the main key, to be honest, that Livramento and Hull are now looking to be playing. I mean, Hull wasn't good, but I don't think based on form you're going to drop him to put somebody else. I mean, the last thing I need is now Miley on left back. That would be something to see. By the way, today was Fabian Schär's 250th appearance for Newcastle. I think he is surpassing other players. It's not listed here on the Newcastle United webpage on X. But I remember looking at stats and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure he surpassed somebody important. So yeah, congrats, 250th appearance for Fabian Schär for Newcastle United. Ladies and gents, we got the mighty win now. Waking up from a nap. Win. Good kid, mate.
Honest to God, watching you in the taxi coming on here, I'm not going to be upset with that result. Upset? Are you having a laugh?
I never said upset with the result, by the way.
Okay, performance then. You're not going to get upset. How about getting happy?
I'm happy that we got 3 points. I mentioned it.
Yeah, you really look it. You know that? You really look ecstatic.
Well, so do you.
Well, because I've been so annoyed listening to you in the taxi on the way back.
What you? But see, how about you talk about the game? Why do you come here and do? Why do you do?
Okay, we're midfield three.
Why are you reviewing me?
Our midfield three hasn't been performing all season. Our midfield three performed today better than they've done all season. End of. Bruno, Tonali and J7 today were all excellent. J7 man of the match for me. Country Mail man of the match.
Hey, man.
Another clean sheet at last. At last, a clean sheet.
Hang on, you can't see another. You can't see another clean sheet. A clean sheet is the thing.
No, we had clean sheets. We had clean sheets at the start of the season.
But I'm saying it's not another clean sheet. It's a clean sheet today. We've not kept a clean sheet.
First time in 12.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's the point I'm making. A brilliant sign. Brilliant sign. We're getting something right. And by the way, again, let's not even get started on the referee. But Palace won so many balls in midfield melees that they were so lucky to come away with. And we had no luck at all in that regard. And we still won that game comfortably. Absolutely comfortably. Everybody did their job. It was all hunky-dory, and I'm coming on, listening to that on the way home, and it's took all the wind out my sails because I've come out of that ground happy as a pig and you know what. And I'm listening to Chris in particular. Well, I'm not gonna... Honest to God. 5-2-3 in the last 10.
Really poor from
do you
him.
think that was a perfect performance? Do you think that was the best performance of the season from us?
It was getting on that way. Wasn't perfect by a long shot.
I mean, that was shambolic.
And the midfield, were you watching the same game with J7?
Well, that's exactly the point I was going to make. Are you watching the same game that I've watched?
He was absolutely shocking.
J7 was shocking.
J7.
Honest to God, I don't believe what I'm hearing.
How you can come on here and say J7 was man of the match when Chow had the performance he had and Miley had the performance they did? It's ridiculous.
Well,
it's just who we are, mate.
Miley had one of his poorest performances for me. I'm not saying he had a bad performance, but compared to what he's been playing, but you're going to get carried away.
You're out your mind, man.
Because he came away with two good runs that he brought the ball away with. How many times did he pass the team into trouble when he had options to go forward?
From him.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Anyway, Lecter, thank you very much, man.
I cannot believe what's going on here.
Animal Lecter, J7, Miley, Chow, all three were men of the match. Don't be so negative, Blakey and Tom. It says Animal Lecter. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Boogie and Tom.
Appreciate it. We got a caller here, Richie Toon calling us now. Folks, line up to call us and have your say. 0191-916-8864. Toon Nut, how you doing, mate?
Hello, mate.
Hello,
I think
son.
we're okay today, nothing special. But I'm over the moon. We're getting the 3 points and a clean sheet. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think that was good.
Exactly.
Hold on. What? Exactly, you said.
You just said the best performance of the season, just about.
Toon Nut is still. I think he renewed his membership. He was about to give it up after the Mackham game, but he renewed it anyway. For the Happy Clappers.
Toon Nut saying 3 points and a clean sheet. Happy
exactly.
days.
Exactly. So I'm putting context into this whole situation. So I'm saying that Toon Nut is a Happy Clapper season ticket holder, and he's come on here and he has said basically the exact same thing that I said. Toon Nut, do you agree that I said exactly what you said?
I think you've both got points, both of you. I think basically we should always be positive when we get the win, regardless of anything, really.
I said exactly what you said. I said exactly what he said. I have nothing to be upset about. I think it wasn't pretty.
No.
We had the 3 points. That's exactly what I said.
You said, I've got nothing to be upset
can
about.
I just mention something that no other channel or yous have ever mentioned? I want to go back to the Chelsea game for their free kick when they scored. What happened to the days when we had players on the line, on the post? What happened? Why wasn't there? If you go back to that and look at the chat, I was saying, why is nobody on the post? And boom, it was literally less than knee height, where any player on the field could have just kicked that away with no problems, and we would have got the 3 points in that game. What happened with that?
The only problem with that is if you put players on the post for a free kick 30 yards out, they can put their players 10 yards in as well.
I get that, but surely having somebody on the post and clearing off the line has got to be a better advantage than blinking that easy goal that they got.
Well, it wasn't an easy goal. It was a quality free kick, by the way.
And I think what you have to look at, mate, is
if there was somebody on the line there, honestly, like me blinking grandkid could have blinked and kicked that away.
You got grandkids?
Yeah, but there would have been Chelsea players there as well.
I've got grandkids,
You've got to look at the fact, mate. You've got to look at the fact, mate, as well. How many times do teams score goals like that? If it's a perfectly placed free kick, yes, you'll score. But as Wynn says, if you have two players on each post, you're putting yourself under massive pressure.
No, I didn't say two players on each post. I'm on about the one that covers the 4 post, which is where the goal went in. There should have been somebody on that post, just one player on that post. Then the keeper can concentrate on the other post and the rest of the goal.
But then they're still playing everybody on side for a rebound. So if the keeper makes a save or anything, even the player clears it, they're still
that would have got us 3 points after that game if that had happened. In my opinion, anyway. Nobody else has mentioned it at all. Nobody, no other channels or anything really. Nobody. And I can't understand why not. It was such an easy easy 3 points for if someone was on that post.
Yeah, I mean, we got the goals quickly. That was magical. Bruno coming all in the 70th minute. So, quickly in a hurry, and then we were able to finish that, to get it done. And that in that particular moment, that's when Newcastle was very much back in the game, going at Crystal Palace, and they couldn't handle it. Overall, though, as you said, I agree with you 100%. It wasn't pretty, but we got the win, so it is what it is. It is what it is. This is a typical. Yeah. This is a typical game, as I said, where everybody should be happy clapping. Literally, everybody.
Yes.
There's still reason to criticize Howe, though. Like, why he doesn't bring his subs on sooner, and how if Borky can see that blinking Murphy is absolutely terrible, then anyone can. However. Just joking, Borky.
You're not going.
No, that's fine.
No, but you're spot on. I agree with that Murphy wasn't having it, and with the bench that we had today, there was no reason for to not make earlier subs than he did.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I completely agree with that.
Murphy was just shocking. He reminded us of Elanga. Do you know that? He was that bad. He was literally that bad. He should have been well and truly off half an hour into the game.
Well,
maybe half an hour. Get him off.
Maybe, but Tuna, maybe he thought, why? I mean, I got Elanga to come in. It's not like I got somebody else that's better. So what's what's
the downside, isn't it? When you contemplate bringing Elanga on, like that is like that. Then you're down to the bare bones. Then
Barnes
Barnes
on the right. Barnes on the right was going to do better, of course, but that wasn't.
Barnes has to start every single game from now on. He has to, in my opinion.
Love it.
But that's one hell of a. That's what I like you, man. You're not a happy clubber, man. Give that season ticket away, man. You come on to the critical thinking middle ground.
I don't class myself as a happy clubber. I'm Eddie Howe.
Come in with me, man. I'll give you my.
See it like it is.
I'll give you a first year for free, man. Come on to my side, man. Not my side, my location, which is central. You know what I mean? Come on, man. This is simple.
Wynn would miss us too much. He would miss us too much. I kind of did.
But Barnes was he needs to start, but we keep on going about Gordon running, man, and I just don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. But listen, we won today, so. Some people will use that as to say, "Look, we won," and Gordon started. So therefore,
and Gordon didn't just start, but Gordon also pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed.
Okay, mate.
But was he any good?
Not running around like a headless chicken, running
all.
around and pressing and creating problems, which we did all the first half. We couldn't convert.
No, he did. He presses, but whoopie-doo, That's not good enough, though. Like, you could argue Elanga can do that all day long and all. He's shite that.
But Elanga doesn't.
He's not very good as well.
But Elanga doesn't. Elanga stands around with his hands in his pockets.
Nobody's asking Elanga to come on. That's the problem.
No, no one wants him on. Trust me. Well, I'd have him anyway. I can always speak for myself. Anyway, I've took up far too much time. Let some of us get on.
Cheers,
I'll be back another time.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for calling,
you,
man. Have a good one.
Cheers, man.
That was Toon there giving us a call. Call us now, folks, and have your say. Voice your opinion. The channel for the fans, 0191-916-8864. Animal Lecter, J7, Miley, Chow, all three were men of the match. Don't be so negative. Oh, yeah, we read that one thing. Thank you very much, Animal Lecter. I think Animal Lecter's called us before. So there you go. Call us now, folks. Have your say. Jordy Highwayman says Barnes at St. James's Park is a baller, running down the hill towards the Gallagate. He does. So let me see here. Jordan, we got a caller. Jordan, how are you, mate?
Interesting you're saying there, running down the hill towards the Gallagher. That's because that's second half. That's when he's effective, when he comes on as a sub.
Okay, he's a sub then. And Gordon is a starter. It's set in stone. Thank you for letting us know that, mate. Jordan, how are you? What do you think of the game?
Very good, actually.
What do you think of the game?
It was very good.
I mean, Jacob Murphy getting away is absolutely ridiculous.
Not good.
he's knackered. And I don't know about Bucky, but what did you think of him, Bucky?
What do you think about him, Bucky?
Shocking. I think the best thing he did was come off. To be fair, he did put the free kick in. He did put the free kick in for the goal as well. So I'm going to give him that.
Hey man, that's not right.
I've kept really quiet, but I'll tell you something. He went down in my estimation when he said that.
Oh, I can't believe you said that, man. The best thing he did was come off.
Jordan, who was your man of the match? Who do you think was the best player on the pitch?
Oh, see, this is a hard one. This is a hard one for me. I didn't actually
to the
watch
Bishop.
the game. But looking at the team that we had, just give us a second. I'm just getting it up on my computer. It's all right. I've got it. So I would probably say Bruno on my list.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't put Bruno. I don't think, to be honest, I know.
Bruno had a blinder.
I know some people get offended because Bruno is, they haven't. To be fair, we haven't seen many midfielders that play good. So since probably Rob Lee or stuff like that. So I see some people. Some people get offended, but
The next game that we've got in after this one, which is Wednesday, will probably, I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle.
2-1 against Leeds.
2-1. Well, listen, we're at home. We should be beating them anyway. But we
should be.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
the Bournemouth game. I am going to say 3-2 Newcastle.
Right on, mate. Right on. Jordan, thank you very much for calling us, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see you on the next one, mate.
See you later, Jordan.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Jordan there. Folks, call us now. Have your say. 01919168864. Toon Assassin. Win. Smile as we won. Face like thunder. Jail time. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
You're not happy, Clever.
And that's fair comment, Toon, because I was happy as Larry when I came out that ground and I'm sitting in the taxi listening to this miserable little bugger. And I'm saying, what the hell game has he watched?
It was the same one that everybody watched, man. The same one that everybody watched.
When I can tell you the exact comment about that game that I made, and I've said this to Chris. I don't know if you heard me, but halfway through the second half, I says we just need to get the results.
Well, obviously I didn't hear that.
No, but I'm not the commentary. I'm saying on this the chat. I says we just need to get the result here and get the points in this game, which is exactly what we did. But you can't sit there and say that was a good game of football.
I can.
Neither team had control of the game. Neither ball passed the ball well. We did quite good in regards to getting the result from the position that we're in. But we were not
at times.
When?
There's probably half a dozen passages where we put nine passes together.
Name one.
The main reason
which culminated in opportunities.
You need to watch the game back now.
I did when Bookie was talking, and we got Tony on the line as well. By the way, we'll get to him in a minute. Not in a minute, in a second, Tony. Don't get mad, man. Say in a minute, he's like, oh, F this. But hold on. Bookie was saying that the both teams were poor. I mean, I think Crystal Palace were poor. I think Newcastle were poor at times. But I still believe that we were better than them, and we won, and that was that. Now,
I don't think Crystal Palace were poor.
Again, they were, though. So I a little bit disagree with that part of what Bookie was saying. But you take it to like superb. You use these adjectives that are unbelievably nobody can resonate with that. Because you take it to the Man City performance or Everton performance, and it was nowhere near that. Again, happy with the win.
It was at least as good as the Everton performance.
No, and there's nothing to whinge about in this particular game. But you come on here and you want to create a fight because that's what you give you fuel yourself on that. You want to come on here and want to come at us for no reason You want to create a feud. You want to create an argument, and it's crazy. Tony on the phone line. How are you, buddy? You are like myself. You're part of the American Mag club of critical thinking in the middle, central fans, man. We are in the middle. So Tony brings it because this guy doesn't like me. So there's nothing I can say that he will agree with. Tony, explain, man, please.
What do you want me to explain?
That.
So I personally think today was. I'm going to have to try and speak slower because I do think sometimes I speak a little bit quick on here. Real quick, just in case this is to win and bogey. Last few times I've rang up, especially with yourself, Win, I don't hear half of the things you're saying, and I don't know why. It doesn't pick it up, but it doesn't. Anyway, that aside, so don't think I'm just being like cold if you like, because I don't like you or anything, because I do like you in a roundabout way.
No problems.
Anyway, yeah, with the Barnes thing, where people are sort of criticising Barnes, is it just me who thinks that's just part of Howe's game plan, where he likes to tire out the sort of left wing first with Gordon, and then brings on Barnes, like use your artillery first and knacker a team, and then bring on your gun, your big guns to or your snipers to knock them out.
Yeah. Actually, let me pause for a second because we got to focus on the super chat for a second. Dark Side of the Moon, I didn't see your super chat. Sorry about that. Can Eddie stop picking Murphy? He's shocking. We can ask you about that as well, Tony. Christina Cage, dried my hands for this free win. So we got a free win real quick, and I think that's all the super chats that we missed. Sorry about that.
You missed mine actually, by the way.
My bad. I didn't even see it. You mean? Oh, over here. To be fair, Barnes came on.
To be fair, he brought him on when Palace were tired, basically.
I apologize about that, mate. Apologies. Win comes on here instead of doing his job, he comes in trying to get at me instead of just looking for for stuff that he can do. This is incredible. But you said, to be fair, Barnes came on versus a tired Palace. So go on then, extend.
So I do sometimes think that I don't necessarily agree with it, but I generally think that's possibly Howe's logic. He brings on Barnes, who's better at things. He's not as fast as, Gordon. So he brings on the slower, you would say, more critical player later on when the other team's tiring. Because I do think Barnes is better against someone who's 70% than he is against someone who's 100%, as in, sort of physically.
I'll be honest.
Saying I completely agree with that logic, but I kind of understand what his logic is with that.
It's probably the first time, I must say, that I hear that there's so much skepticism on what can happen and what might happen, instead of just putting what's best. I've maybe a new thing in football now that's a thing that you think about.
I mean, it did work today ultimately. So what he did was right there. I get criticising when it doesn't work, but it did work today. What he did, so
yeah. No, I'm not going on about any of that. I'm not criticizing tonight's performance per se. I'm just saying I would put the best team, and that includes Walter White and Wissa together, for example. But we get on here and talk about what if one gets hurt? Then who are
you dropping?
I'll probably drop Joe Linton. All right.
Okay, that's fair enough.
All right, Joe Linton, Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton off. You put either Walter White or Wissa as a 10. Well, let's just say Walter White so nobody gets offended by that. And then just put Wissa up front. I would even put Gordon on the right.
Gordon doesn't with a two-man midfield.
Because pretty easy.
I mean, that's the only other thing with when people saying we should have brought off Murphy. What was people's option, or because on the bench there wasn't any like for like, even though people criticise him doing like for like, and he's not going to put Gordon on the thing. He was obviously waiting to put, although he did change it later on. I'm not sort of getting caught up in the emotional because I don't watch the games, I only listen to you talking about them.
Yeah, and to be honest with you,
what was the option?
Maybe that's. I'm sorry, we're going to get to what you were saying, but maybe that's what happens to me, and maybe happens to Boca or anybody that's doing commentary. We don't get this. We don't get caught up with the emotional side of things that people in the stadium do. We don't do none of that. We're watching the game. We see what we see, and plain and simple. Unless it's a game that as we played the highlights for the Carabao Cup final, then obviously that's different. But we don't get in the emotional side of things. We come here and just call what we see and see. It's not that hard, but that's what Win wants me to take my shirt off like I did in the final and throw it in the air because we beat Crystal Palace at home. And it's not that it's.
No, I'll be honest. I think the difference between you and Win is a results-based person. You're a performance-based person. You don't like the performance. You're still not happy.
That's right.
Whereas I could be wrong with that, but that's just how I see it.
You're 100%. You're 100%.
You're absolutely right there.
Yeah. I like how things are done. I like how things are done. And actually, the more you do things well, the more of a chance you are to win. Anything in life. Anything. Not just football. Anything in life. The more prepared you are, the better you take the decisions.
I don't want to, because obviously I know your time's finite. Just a real quick one to Bulky. What did Joe Linton do wrong for you to say he was terrible? And compared to what you thought, Win, what made you think he was amazing? Because you both said he's rubbish or crap, respectively, but neither of you said why you think that.
Can I just quickly, I'll answer that question, but I'll just quickly answer your first question in regards to the wingers and what they were not having a substitute on the bench for Murphy to get replaced. The first thing he did when he brought Willock on was switch Barnes back across to the right. So he obviously thinks Barnes can't play on the right. So we did have a replacement there. He just chose to take Gordon off. And
I'm assuming that's because we were 2-0 up and he thought it really doesn't matter now type thing. We don't need someone to score for us. Barnes is more, thing. That's what I assumed anyway. I could be wrong.
Potentially, he could have just swapped Barnes with Murphy, and that would have been the substitute I would have made. In regards to your question about G7, I don't think he did anything during the game. I don't think he was part of the build-up to anything. He was. I really don't know where. I don't think any of the midfield were great. I can't. I'm not just calling J7 out. I don't think any of the three of them were great in the game. But I just thought J7 didn't offer with anything.
Going forward or backwards?
Going backwards, fair enough a little bit. Yes, I've got to say.
Did you see the build-up to the?
But at times he's too far behind the defence. He all of a sudden becomes the defender in that position. And whether that's Eddie's tactics or whether that's just the way Joe Linton's thinking that he needs to play. But I certainly don't think he was man of the match. Not saying he was absolutely terrible.
And that's the biggest thing. That's the problem. That we get called negative because Win comes on here and he says he was superb, outstanding, man of the match. And there's only one way of going from that. How could you justify putting him on the same level as Malik Chiao and a few others that had outstanding performances? I mean, if J7 is man of the match, what do we say for Chiao? What do we give?
The three outstanding performances today were in midfield. End of.
Really? You saw Tonali was good tonight.
Who single-handedly created the offside goal?
What do you want about single-handedly create this?
From right back, winning the ball, taking it, give, lovely football all the way, and with a shoulder pad offside.
Come on.
Who was responsible for that goal? Tonali, from start to finish.
And that's supposed to make a
J7 carried the ball forward.
That's talking about one play, by the way. He's talking about one play.
That's
that makes
Tonali.
Him man of the match.
Tonali was good throughout.
So I'm assuming, Chris, you're not rating any of the midfield higher than a 6 or 7.
No, not particular. Well, not 6. You can put Bruno as a 6. Bruno did better than Tonali and definitely J7. But man of the match, 10, 9s. Come on, man.
Anyway, I better let you go so other people can ring. But do me a favour, Chris, before I go. I think you should put Bulky in jail for his little half-time mishap.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. He was giving the game for free, man.
Giving the game for free.
He was giving the game for free.
On the left-hand side.
We definitely got a notification from that as soon as the stream was over. So there you go, jailed for a good while. So bail Bulky out, and please get some coffee. Win, please get some coffee. Says Toon Assassin. He's hammered. Jail. There you go. We're gonna put Win in jail as well. Tony, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
as always.
Speak to
By
you
the way,
later.
you need to become. Hey, Book, Tony. I'm gonna send you a message, man. I'm gonna send you a message because you playing too much, man. You just gotta get it. It's just like your first time, man. You just gotta get it over with, man. It might hurt a little bit, but it is what it is. See, I'll chat with you, mate. I'll chat with you. See you soon.
All right. Speak to you later.
Bye. Win knackered in jail as well. Call us now, folks, and have your say. 0191-916-8864. Carl Bennett has a question for me. It says, Chris, do you not understanding how Wissa completely changes our approach? Even if today he wasn't his best game, he moves opposition defenders about and gets him behind. No, I don't see that. Because if it's about that, then we put Voltemade on. He draws two players on him. You got two players hanging on him 24/7, Voltemade. So
but he draws them between the halfway line and the D.
No, and he's in the box.
But how many chances did Wissa have the day? How many chances did that? We're not creating chances. That's the top and bottom. But it's not that it's a Voldemort or a Wissa thing. It's just we're not creating chances.
I remain with my convictions. It's not a Wissa problem. It was never a Voltemade problem. It's none of that. It's a team problem that we don't. Now tonight we actually did much better than we had been most season, other than the Man City and Everton game. So it's actually improvement. We never looked like we were about to give up the lead. We didn't go and
hallelujah.
We didn't go back.
It was an improvement.
I've been saying that before you even joined, so I don't know what you're on about. I said that exact same thing. We didn't look like we were going to give up the lead. We didn't look like we were fragile at the back. We didn't sit back and defend. We didn't do none of that. So I have no emotions with this game as far as negative or overexcited about this game. We got the 3 points, which is exactly what we needed to do, and now we got to move on to Leeds. It's that simple, man. That is it. I'm not gonna go parade. I'm not gonna be Eddie Howe in all of a sudden. I'm not gonna do none of that because it's not warranted. We got a great 3 points. I don't know. I really don't know what you want us to say, man. I don't.
I want to see you smile.
For what? I smile when we scored the game. When we scored the goal.
Because we got 3 points. We've won a match.
I know.
For God's sake, enjoy it.
I am enjoying it.
We weren't being this negative before you came on.
Until you got here, man. Exactly.
We've had to point out the fact that you've came on going, best result ever, great game, absolutely excellent.
Superb.
Well, you definitely watched a different match to what I watched. Because there was so much positivity out there today.
See, look, and this is the thing.
And the football was amazing at times.
Here's the thing, though.
The one-touch football was something we haven't seen for months.
Yeah. We got. RG Fox, you're on,
Hi.
mate. You're on. How are you?
Not so bad, man. How's yourself?
Oh, we're doing good all the way from Ashington in the Northeast. How are you? What's your take on the game, buddy?
I thought it was a great game by Newcastle. Palace were always going to be a threat. They've got some cracking players.
Yeah.
Especially, the likes of Mateta up front. He's a big, tough lad. Wharton running the midfield. And I can't really get by some of these conversations that were saying midfield was awful. I didn't think that they were the best they've ever been. No, I didn't, but they did a good, solid job. Then people are calling Murphy, but Murphy was in a retracted role. Of course, he wasn't right up there, and that was Eddie's game plan. You know what I mean? And I thought it was a solid, bloody win, and that's what we needed. And this is a crack, lads. This is back-to-back wins.
I agree with you 100%. The thing is, though, for example, Mighty Wayne comes on and gets at us and starts talking about this game as if it was the greatest game he's ever seen, and it's not warranted.
None of us said it was the greatest game I've ever seen. Nonsense.
Pretty much.
Ali Dobb, in my mouth yet again.
Ali Dobb there says, not being funny, Chris and Boki just love to criticize win. I've watched for a while now, and regardless of results, they just jump on win. That's what he says at Ali Dobb when the one coming in here at us, right at our necks, yelling at us from the get-go is mighty win. So we didn't say anything to him at all. You know, that is never I wasn't even thinking of you, man. You come on here and get mad at us. I agree with RG Fox. I agree with Toon Nut. It's a game that we
I'm
want.
not going to get
win.
upset about that.
Because it wasn't a
Chris. Listen. There's a word for win in the Northeast. It's called a bloody walkie ticket.
What does that mean? You got what does that mean?
The lads will explain to you.
Okay, well there you go.
Worky ticket, somebody who does things to upset or rattle other people.
He's taking the pill. Okay. He's winding me up. But listen, I know that's what he does because it's good for TV according to him. So he does that. He's a fake guy. I agree with that. But but he gets the people in the chat thinking that I'm doing something wrong, and I'm just from basing my unbiased opinion, man. It wasn't the greatest performance of all time.
Talking rubbish. That's why.
Why? What did I say that was rubbish?
Well, straight away.
The thing is, at times, lads, I'm an older fella, and I'm in my 60s. You know what I mean? I think the young'uns out there are much more critical than us. We've seen crap in the past, and we can put up with a fullback not having a grand game. Nobody has to have the perfect game. Sometimes I look at the young'uns now when I'm watching a game of football, they want every bugger to be like Brazil. You know what I mean? Every second of the game, not a bad pass, this, and this. And now there's high standards, and them little bits win you championships and leagues and all of that. But the young'uns nowadays are very critical. Yeah. Even to the freckles on some buggers' face.
Well, maybe that might be. That doesn't mean one is right or wrong. It's just the way things the way things are. But my whole life,
that's how they see it.
But at least Mighty Win is old enough to see Newcastle win the league back in the 20s. So he's seen.
He's older than Sand. He's older than George Beer.
He's seen success. At least he's seen success.
That where you're from? Where you from? See who's his Bambra, Druridge.
I'm saying, he's seen success. He's seen success. Therefore, he should have a little bit of standards. I should be a happy clapper, hypnotized fan because I've never seen any of this. All I've seen is Mike Ashley destroy our club. So I should be used to that. Anything should be good. Based on, but I've never had it any good. Period.
You're right. I mean, when Ashley was there, it was awful.
I'm telling you,
it was awful.
I didn't.
We've got a lot of hard back now, and then what standards are getting higher. As we got better, what standards are getting higher. But you got to realize sometimes there's a kick in the boom,
Look, man, I haven't lived for a long time, only 31 years, but I guarantee you, any Newcastle fan of any age, I don't care if you're 100, I will in an entitled way say you have never lived it as hard as the Mike Ashley era. Never. Getting relegated twice in the Premier League, we've never been as bad as Mike Ashley. So I think we've all lived through the hardest times. No. I think we've lived through the hardest times as Newcastle fans all together. So, unless you're a little Baron. But, but it doesn't even matter, though, man. We all can sit here and agree that this season hasn't been great. So, what's the issue? Some people call it out, some people don't. Some people don't care. So it's just how you face things. That's it.
There's lots of things. The Newcastle United, we're back in the Champions League, so we've got a stretch squad, and we've got a few injuries and all of this and bits. All of them add up. There's tons of games. I mean, not to do with Newcastle, but the whole league. They put on one game on Boxing Day. One game on Boxing Day, and it was 8:00 at bloody night.
Oh yeah, that was.
You got you know what I mean? So you stretched here and a stretch there, and the talk about Crystal Palace last season, that up to this stage of the contest of their season, they played something like 25 games or 28 games. But Newcastle played this and this season they've played 32 or something like that. And I said, because they're in Europe, because they won the cup, and that's, it stretches everybody. It does.
Yeah.
One of my concerns about Eddie is that he's a great manager when he's got a week between games, but can he do it when he's got 3 games a week? Mm-hmm. That's one of my major worries.
That's different kettle of fish. Definitely.
That's definitely. a different sort of scenario.
Who was your man of the match, mate?
Yeah, lads, I'm gone again. Thanks for letting.
No. Before you go,
Who was your man of the match?
Okay.
Who's your man of the match?
What do you want?
Your man of the match.
Lewis Maley by a million mile.
You're not gonna put Joe Linton in there?
Best player on the pitch. I thought Joe did all right. I thought Bruno did all right, but Lewis Maley, best player on the pitch.
Better. Well, okay. No, I agree with that. I would agree with that. Well, Chow could have a shout, to be fair, because he was amazing, man. But again, I stay true to my convictions, man. Scoring is not his thing. I shouldn't be judging scoring, but he did good with to tap that in. RG, thank you, mate. Appreciate you for calling. Talk to you soon, okay?
Cheers, lad. Thanks very much.
All the way from Washington. Call us now, folks, and have your say. Let's go with some start comments here. And we have a few, actually, a lot of them. We didn't miss any super chats, did we? Oh, free win so he can escape the worky tickets, says War Captain Bruno. So there you go. Let's go with some start comments here. We got a lot of them. So let's see what people are saying right now in the chat throughout the show. Ian, some good performances today, said Ian Fleming. Dr. Abuesa, not as good as Nick, says Abuesa. Adi Bird, we got a super chat in coming in immediately. That's from Trapattoni. Says we miss out Barnes and Walter potential. Bruno has overrated confidence. Willock not Premier League caliber. On 2-0 last minutes, young lads should be tested. I'm trying to understand that. What is he trying to say at the end?
He's trying to say that what we should have done when we were 2-0 up, we should have brought some young players on.
Oh, he should have done a little more. Okay, got you. Again, I don't have any complaints on this game. We got the win, man. It is what it is.
There was only actually, you're saying bring young players on. There was only Alex Murphy.
Thank you, buddy.
It's a young player who was on the bench, who had a fantastic bench today, assuming they're all fit, which they're not, because that's why they're on the bench. He likes to bring them on. I thought the likes of Trips and Botman might have come on for 10 or 15 minutes.
Thank you
give them
to
some
the
match fitness.
Thank you to an assassin. It says free bokeh so we can get 10 out of 10 on Super Chats. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for helping us reach the 10 out of 10 Super Chats. Big deal. So helping us out. Thank you very much indeed. And but don't. Hey, if you're free, if you want to, don't stop at 10, baby. Keep them coming. Because some days are dry as the Sahara Desert, baby. You got to get in when you can.
Assassin's 11 actually, but never mind.
There you go. Thank you very much, mate. Steve Gotti, Wissa doesn't look like a clinical striker to me. See, but listen, I will have to disagree with that. Again, it's not a center forward problem. Voltemata is clinical. They're all top notch guys. I would choose Voltemata over Wissa any day. Any day makes it seem like Wissa is an idiot. He's not. They're good strikers, man, but they're not the problem, man. They're not the problem. Like I said, it's like me blaming the fork because I'm fat. It's not the fork's problem. It's me, my head. The fish and chips that I'm about to devour in Newcastle soon. That's the problem, man, not the fork. Howie, War Captain Bruno. Walter didn't have much time, but he did show something different. There you go. That comes from War Captain Bruno there. Lee Mags, bench a lot stronger today. Miley can't be dropped now, says Alan McMurtry. Toon Assassin Malik given 9.6 score on sofa score. Man of the match. Lewis 8.7. Barnes 7.7. Not as bad as he was a sub. There you go. Brian Quinn, good effort from Eddie and the lads today. Some momentum building. Deep Miley on excellent again. Miley was good. NTL says, NT Lou, don't be negative. He's young and can adapt. He has shown he can play there, so leave it like that. Midfield will be hard to get into, so why not? And then cause it. help Tino's recovery. Oh, he's talking about leaving Miley at right back. Well,
not if Tino's fit.
Toon, Assassin Chris Dance, Little Monkey Dance. Yeah, that's exactly what Wayne wants me to do. You know, it's incredible, man.
That was another strange substitution for me, by the way. Unless Hall was injured, or unless they're trying to protect Hall in some way. But the obvious substitution for me would have been to bring Tino on for Miley and push Miley further up and probably and take Murphy off or whatever, you know. Whoever.
Do you not think the players he I didn't think this during the game, but do you not think the players he brought off during them substitutions were the players that he wants to play midweek? So Hall,
it could be.
Tino, yeah. I think that might be behind it.
The fact that he brought on Willock for Murphy in the 88th minute, and then Willock missed that sitter. You're not telling me that Murphy would have missed that sitter, because he wouldn't.
Murphy pulled his hamstring.
You don't know that.
Oh, Murphy pulled his hamstring.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It looked like he did. He was injured when he went off. It wasn't just a random substitute.
Right. Let's get into some more comments here. Dan Max Shields, some of our ball retention was shocking, says Dan. Super chat in, put it in front of everyone else's. Somebody. For Chris to get at Greg's Pasty, visiting the
Pasty,
man. Pasty, man, Pasty.
Pasty.
Speak proper English, man.
No, you're getting the sausage roll.
Hey, you see what happens if you don't if you speak proper American English, man. Don't get out of line. You'll see what happened. You see what happened yesterday when you better not get out of line. You're gonna be here. Gonna put you in prison over here. You don't want to be in this. You saw what happened yesterday. Don't mess around with America. Captain Bruno, Chris to get. Listen, one thing about Wayne, he will receive me with some proper Greg sausage roll to eat. So there you go. Yeah, that'll be good. It's not the same as a pastry.
That was the first thing he got at the airport.
That's the first thing I got at the airport. The first and the worst. The first was the Greg sausage roll. The worst was seeing Mighty win. For the first person in Newcastle that I seen was win.
We are not good.
Come on, man. But anyways, thank you very much, mate. Tonight, 50 out of 50 says Jordy up in Edinburgh. Dark Side of the Moon says, Christina, take the phone with you to the bat. What's going on? Who's starting these comments, man? Steady now, man. Who's starting these comments? That Bogey. Cecily Bryce. Jordy, they won't because he's not getting sacked. Says I don't know what they're talking about. Dropsky, Tonali gave the ball away too much today. Still by dad Sean, season ticket holder, he gave up his happy captain season ticket last week or 2 weeks ago. Says Murphy was stripe. Mike, is that Michael or Mick? I think it's Michael. Well, Mick. It says Mick. 3 points more credit in the bank for Eddie. Steve Gotti, this is how standards have fallen that we are celebrating at home, win against shocking Palace team like it was a cup final. Ooh.
Right, there you go.
Man, that was crazy. Brian Penny, we must improve. God forbid you guys say that, man. You're supposed to be jumping up and down. John Brown, win. You're wasted on here, mate. With them clueless numpties, Chris would start an argument in lift on his own, and Boki is just the most negative ever. He's already forgotten what Eddie has done for us. Oh, my God.
They've all done that. They've all done that.
That's really poor from him.
Gavin Fuller, let's leave our best players on the bench because it would make the bench look good mental. Exactly, man. That mindset is like seriously. It's the first time ever in football where I'm like, yeah, let's just keep the best players, and now we have look at that bench. Wynn has done that before, by the way. Look at the best bench that we've ever seen last season when.
It only counts when you've got a good 11 on the pitch.
Exactly. There you go. Now look at you using some critical thinking, man. Fuck it now.
I always
go. It's working. It's working. It's working.
Negative thinking.
Mark Irwin says Chris was usual watching through plastic. Chris was as usual watching through plastic Toon goggles, and Bokeh is upset that J7 didn't take up his weight loss advice.
Training advice.
How come, Boki? You know, these insults are as generic as they can be, by the way, because Boki doesn't get the typical plastic fan. Why? Because they can't use that. He's born in Newcastle, so he must not be a takeover fan. So I can't use that, the plastic Google goggles or whatever. So I'm gonna use something else. You know, they're so generic, man. Get creative, man. At least get creative. Sean, last caller of the day. How are you, buddy? Oh, we lost Sean there. Hopefully he'll call us back. Niall Powell says, Chris exactly level-headed. There you go, mate. Mark Irwin, honestly, Chris, you are not a real Newcastle fan. We thrive on passion. Okay, man. Again, if I was you should have seen me. I need to have an IRL camera right in front of me when I'm in watching the game. I'm a different guy because it's a different experience. Go on, man.
Can I just pick on that? What did Newcastle give you to bring passion to you? What passages of play thought you think?
That's a good question. Let's ask Sean to answer that. Sean, how are you, mate? What is your take on the game?
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. What's your take?
Yeah. No, lads, I think after that performance, you did get Howe like a 5-year contract, man, honestly.
Now you're talking.
For life now, lads. That's what I'm saying, lads. Nah, look, I think it was a decent performance. Like, I don't think it was anything great. I was listening in. I was like, I think we need to give Win a break, because honestly, like, I've been thinking as well, like, and honestly, I think Win is a victim in all of this. Like, I'll be honest, like, you know, because I think
I don't play no victim cards.
You're Wayne. I'll be honest with you. I think, to be honest with you, I think you're in like a subconscious toxic relationship with Howe. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's because I think all of us have had that one mate. You know what I mean? Like, when he's with a girl, like, you know, she's not the right one for him, like, but she has him so wrapped around the finger, like, do you know what I mean? Like, where you're like, oh man, come on, like, you need to get away from her, like, and she makes that thing, like. I think Howe just needs to do the bare minimum for Win to go running into his arms, like, you know. I think that's what it is, like, to be honest with you.
Listen,
shots fired, man. Shots fired.
I am sick of telling everybody what Howe's got to do to retain my faith.
Oh, he doesn't have your faith?
To retain my faith. Yes, he has got me faith.
Win.
But what's
Win, the issue is this, though, like, our main issue is performances away from home. Like, this wasn't even a great performance. It was a somewhat decent performance, right? And we got the win, that's good, and we got the 3 points, like. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think he's addressed any of the issues, like, to be honest with you. Like, our issues are away from home, like. This was a home game, like, and Crystal Palace are in terrible form as well, like. Right. So this, like, to be going on against, like, you know what I mean? Like this was as good as the City performance. Like, I don't think that's fair, like.
Our away form, we've won 2 of the last 4.
The performance is worse convincing.
That was it. That was a very eloquent explanation of our latest form.
I'm just saying, we got beat at Man U. Wow, that's terrible. Getting beat at Old Trafford.
Win got to away form this season rather than just using your little stats. What's away form this season?
I'm talking about
you need to take the whole season into perspective. Like.
Yeah. No, what you need to do is take into consideration when we've had our fullbacks available and when we've had strikers available.
No, go for the season, not a little snapshot that makes you feel good.
Yeah, because the first half of the season we didn't have the strikers and the fullbacks.
Oh man!
Go
on, Sean.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, so Wayne, you think now that this performance puts everything right, like, you think that it's going to be all perfect now. We're good to go. The next few games, we're going to be firing all forms now. Is that where you're at now, like?
I think for a start, keeping a clean sheet is a very good start. And now that we've got our strikers available, and we've got hopefully now both, I don't know what's happened to Lewis Hall quite, I don't know why he went off or whatever, but if we've got both our fullbacks are the key to our season. And I did say, when we get Wissa back, we'll be there. Wissa, 3 starts, 3 wins. What can I say?
This is what I mean. Like, you're living in this subconscious, deluded world. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're not looking at the facts, like, that are present. Like,
I am looking
Wizard
at the
has been back. How many clear chances did he have in this game? Like, let's be honest. Like, how many chances did we create for Wizard? Like, let's look at things objectively. Like, the reality is, like, look at the top 4, right? City, Arsenal, they're not going anywhere, right? You have Liverpool who are climbing again, right? And Aston Villa, I don't think there's going to be a major drop-off from them, right? So those top 4 positions are set, right? In my opinion anyway, right? Then lower than them, you got Chelsea, who I think, if they kept Maresca, they would have been a shoo-in as well, like, for top 5, like. So we're hoping that Chelsea have a fall-off. United, which are pretty much better than us, have a fall-off as well. Like, honestly, we might be able to somehow scam our way to Europa, but I think that's what we're looking at, like. 100%. What do we talk like? If
love it.
Of course, scam our way to Europa. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if Chelsea or United have a fall off, then we get Europa. Like, the only reason, like last season, the only reason we got Champions League was because of what happened with Aston Villa and United. Like,
no,
right?
Wrong.
That's a matter of fact. Like, it could have gone either way. Like,
wrong. We got Champions League because of 38 games, not because of 1 game. Because of 38 games.
No.
The same thing will happen this season. The season will be judged on 38 games, not 1 game.
You're relying. Win. I hate this silly saying of 38 games. We're relying on external factors. No football club should run on external factors. The fact is we relied on Aston Villa to lose. If Aston Villa won that game, we wouldn't have gone Europa. We wouldn't have gotten Champions League football. So therefore, we relied on Aston Villa to lose that game, right? It wasn't based on our amazing, like, we had a decent run last season, but it wasn't just amazing run. Like, we tailored off at the end of last season. Like,
yeah,
you can't rewrite things the way you want it to be. Like,
man,
any season, it's judged on 38 games. End of.
Yeah, but the 38 games wasn't enough, though.
Okay, all right. Okay, so then let's say Aston Villa won that game, right? And they got Champions League and we didn't.
Then their 38 games would have been better than our 38 games.
Okay, and then do you
But they didn't.
That's what. Okay. Sorry?
But they didn't.
Man, this is criminal, man.
No, but I'm saying, look, listen. I'm saying that could easily go this way. Like, just because we were lucky last season doesn't mean we should ride on that luck again. Like,
I could point you to numerous games last season where we didn't get the rub of the green off the referee, and we would have got 3 points that we didn't get.
Come on, man.
Win. This is my whole point. I don't want us to win. Honestly, I have higher expectations for Newcastle United than us relying on referees and other teams. Like, this is what I mean. With how it's going to constantly be, you know what I mean, this continuous cycle where we're having ups and downs, we're relying on referees, we're relying on other teams to have a bad performance. Like, look at Aston Villa perfectly this season. They're capitalising. They're not relying on anyone. They're capitalising on the fact that Liverpool had a poor start. They capitalise on the fact that United and Chelsea are shite, right? They capitalise on that. Look at where we are. Right, we're relying now, hoping that these teams have a fall off, right, in 2026 now. That's the difference, right? I want to be where Aston Villa are, capitalising on these teams, not looking for, I'm hoping, praying every day, you know, I'm hoping Chelsea have a fall off, I'm hoping United have a fall off, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean, like.
Sean,
like,
have you watched Aston Villa playing football this season?
But you're the one that doesn't care about playing football. Hold on.
I know what you're going to say.
Hang on.
You're the one that only cares about the result.
Wayne, that's a contradiction to what you've already said. Like, you're going to say that they haven't been performing well, right?
Correct.
Is that not what you're going to say? Yes or no?
Yes, they've been getting results that they didn't deserve. The same as we did at the start of last season. We got results we didn't deserve.
Yes, but the difference is that Emery is a tactician. He can make decisions on the fly that will impact a game. Howe can't do that. that's the difference between the two. Like, it's not always just based on luck, man.
We're back in the Emery.
But here's the situation though, because fans like this don't help, you know. Because DX is saying, "Can we get a collection to get Sean the Villa Park season ticket?" That shows a level of comprehension and of eloquency subpar, low level. You know, if you got something to say, DX, which comes on here from actually he did the build up to say to Sean, you gotta say it in the contradict or go at him with his takes, with your own takes. But don't, because you're calling him out and not being a fan of Newcastle. Go support Villa more or less. And it makes no sense. You're supposed to be better than that. You're supposed to be. I don't know. You're supposed to be better than that, DX. Come on, man.
The only difference between us and Villa this season is that they have finished that dinner and we haven't. Our XG and points expected is far higher than
the XG, man.
Win. We spent a lot more in the summer than Villa did as well, like.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
he starts about away games. You start about away games. We won the last 2 in the last 4. We also won 2 in the last 10 in the Premier League.
Yeah, because
here's the thing.
So, you know, you're putting stats out. You're putting stats out.
Yeah. 6 of those were without fullbacks and strikers.
We won 2 out the last 10.
6 of those were without strikers and fullbacks.
6 were without strikers.
Win. If you wanna play Champions League football, you have to get used to not having your full squad available at all times. Like that's a reality of Champions League football.
That's true as well. That's true.
I agree with that.
Like we can't.
No, you don't. If you keep playing,
we can't say, we're like what was the whole point of strengthening up our bench when we can't even rely on our bench? Like that makes no sense. Like.
We gotta go.
You can't use that as an excuse, like.
Yeah, we gotta go, Sean. Though, but I appreciate you. But every time you come in, you come guns blazing a win, man. I'm not sure. Which you take it easy, man. He's old and decrepit, man. You can't just cripple him like that, man. Just take it easy.
Old and decrepit. I can handle all this, Shawnees.
And there you go. Go on, Sean.
Nah, all right. I'll see you then, boys.
See you later, man.
See you later.
That was
Top
Sean
of the morning to you.
Top of the morning. Last comments before we go, ladies and gents. We read that one about we supposedly criticizing Win when he's the one that comes in guns blazing at us for no reason. D-Man says, ciao, man of the match. Miley, shout out to D-Man. Miley was excellent. And Ali did well today. Impressed with Wissa movement. It runs and pressing. Unlucky with offside. Overall and better performance from the team, but far from perfect. There you go. Exactly. Sean, season ticket, former Happy Clapper member. The team is lazy. Take, for instance, the throw in from Hall in the first half. It took over 30 seconds before anyone moved the ball. Then we lost it. He also says, when I was there, I took my glasses off and I saw shite football in the first half.
Well,
there is the Happy Clappers they have something going on internally that they have to fix because it's not looking. It's not.
Sean's turned to the dark side before
he's definitely left your crew, but there's a reason because there was a fight among the Happy Clappers, and it's starting to show, man. When you're right now going down with the ship, that doesn't say much, but there you go. D-Man says when we were miles better than Burnley game, but that doesn't mean much. Ooh, there you go. Mark Irwin, I've heard Mackems with better opinions on the Toon than Chris. Hey, you better be careful with that. There are some Mackems that want Eddie Howe to be in for the next 5-6 years. I'm not sure I'd take their. I'm not sure, and they're probably similar to your opinion. I don't know, man. Think about that. Toon Mick.
Freddie, in theory, that makes me a Mackem because so do I.
There you go. I'm glad you came to that realization. Toon Mick, Chris and Boki only see TV coverage. We play okay. Big Joe and Miley, men of the match.
Can I just pick up on that? I go to the match as well, and even when I go to the match, I don't see the same game that Win's watching. So
there you go. And last but not least, Becca says high standards should be our identity. How old do we think players are? Who do we think players are? They should be demanding it of themselves, says Becca. There you gone. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining and helping the channel out. Massive help from the super chats, of course. Thank you very much, all of you. And thank you to all the callers. And we will see you all tomorrow, early morning, not early morning, but late morning, actually, 11 a.m. all the way through 1 p.m. UK, live here on NUFC Talk TV. We'll be back again, folks. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Actually, last super chat.
Premier League we go.
Last super chat that we missed from Tony. Liverpool dropped 4 points in the last 2 games, Sean. That was to Sean there. Thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate it. See you later, folks. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.